live now.
Hey everybody, it's Randy and special guest
Hi.
Jennifer this week. The Yay or No Way show. What we're focusing on this week is how the front of your house should look. Because let's be honest, people are spending a lot more time looking at the outside of your home before they ever even see the inside of your home. What's the first picture that is usually on the MLS? It's the outside of the home. So today we're going to be pulling into an unspecified neighborhood because we don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but we're going to be critiquing how they have their house dressed up. And we know it's the middle of winter, so we're not really going to be critiquing their holiday decorations, although that always helps. But we're just going to be looking at how the front of their house looks and how well have they done it. Is it appealing to others? What to do, what not to do, etc. So if you're looking to put your house on the market in the spring, you know, be thinking about what we're talking about here. Kim's not with us this week because she and her family are taking an early Christmas vacation, well earned, to, should we share the description so everyone can go visit her there?
Sure.
Does Kim want everyone to know exactly where she's at? She better be tuning in right now so she can see where we're at. Well, I'm not going to tune in. I'm not going to tell everybody where she's at, but she is at an indoor water park where it's probably not raining. It's probably 80 degrees, climate controlled, etc., etc. So God bless you, Kim. Enjoy. Anything you want to add?
No, can't think of anything.
Excellent. That's why you're the color commentator. All right, so here we go. We're gonna switch the view a little bit, and we're gonna start looking at some houses here. We're gonna try not to pick on them too much. I know it's a little bit rainy. Maybe
try to
we'll
clear off the window
down and not go so fast. So this house right here has a lot of bushes that die off in the wintertime. If you're putting your house on the market in the winter, you definitely want to have a little bit of color. Looks like they've got some cool lawn ornaments and stuff like that. The next house is the one I really want to pick on. If you've got a bush, pan back on that bush, that's growing like that and is going to be soon overtaking your driveway, do yourself a favor and cut that baby back now. If your bushes like that are growing over your porch and you have to cut them back to the point where they look like they're half dead, get rid of them and get something smaller. The next house that we're going to come to, these guys are out of control. Too much bushes. Okay, get that stuff cut back. The flower bed out front, I'm sure you can tell by the, in all fairness to these guys, you can tell that they definitely keep track of it, and they probably have flowers in there during the other months. Here, standard little bushes. It just hides a lot of the house, hides a lot of the sidewalk and everything. Probably not too good. Hey, focus in on this thing that we're passing down low here. If you've got this in your front yard, that is definitely, that just screams.
It's an eyesore.
You do not take care of your house or your car in this instance. This is kind of pretty. It's kind of little, it's spread out. They've got some nice landscaping here. Shout out to my buddy Todd who does this kind of stuff. He does an awesome job. His is much more elaborate than this, but great stuff there. This one's okay.
Well manicured.
Yep, it's tight, it's small. They've got the retaining wall as well. Grass seems like it's in good shape, but you can tell not as good a shape as this guy. And here's an example of, you know, builder grade everything, and they've just completely left it alone. I'm sure that little bush looks great, but it needs to be further away from the house because that thing is going to take over soon. This house right here for the street gets the prize for me. The bushes are nice and spaced out. The only thing that is super weird about this house, and it's not their fault, is the fact that there's no sidewalk directly to their house. And that's weird. We know that, like, if you have a two-car garage, you're not going to be using the sidewalk to go in and out of your house. You're going to be going through the garage. But this should be the front of this person's house. But yet it's facing a street. Ah, here we go. Here's an example of what you don't want. Especially, what is that wispy stuff?
I hate that stuff.
Our neighbor 2 doors down has got that stuff going on, and that stuff goes everywhere during a windstorm. that enormous green bush to the right. Holy cow, that thing is enormous. So, this one's cute. I don't know how well we can get a good picture of it here or not. We'll just skip it. Okay. This is probably the extreme other example, which you don't want. It's great that they put the little decorations out there, but they have no plants. So when Christmas is over, they've really got nothing going on there. This house, way too busy. All of those railings and everything, they definitely are safety. That's great, but it's way too much going on in front of that house. Here comes the FedEx guy.
Delivering all the Christmas
Delivering all the happy presents.
This one's good.
With this one. But you get to see the house, you get to see what's going on. This is an example of a little laziness here. I'm not going to say it too loud, but they just have one big bush out front. If you have a tree like this and it's the winter time, it's not looking too good. In the spring, I'm sure that thing would be great. They probably have a big flower bed as well that they took out. This is a lot more typical what we see. I love the fact that they replaced their sidewalk with brickwork. That's very classic. They also replaced their steps with stonework. They replaced their door. They have a beautiful tree. You can tell this person has actually spent some money. When you have a house that's facing north like this, make sure that you're pressure washing and you're spraying for the weeds that are growing up in between. That's the only criticism I would give here, is that they just need to spend a little bit of time keeping it up. They've done a great job in planning it and getting it ready though. Oh, we gotta take a look at this one. If this is your house, get some grass growing in there soon. That tells me that you just had some serious sewer issues. So we won't even focus too much on that. Too much of those bushes that are just taken over all over the place. If you disappear when you're walking up to someone's house because of their bushes, that's not good. Reindeer, very happy reindeer. All their sad little bushes are kind of dead in the wintertime. It all depends on if you're selling in the winter, if you're selling in the summer and spring.
This house is missing a shutter.
Yes, you got to get your shutter back up there. It's not that hard to do. Get any handyman, give you a hand if you can't do it yourself. Let's go down this way. This looks like this looks really nice with the painted. This is what we did recently on ours. Spin around and take a look at that. So you've got the it just looks completely different. It's painted white and it's got the black spindles, really classy. Got a nice amount of bushes out front. You can see the house. The house is going to show a lot better than your bushes are.
The one thing I would criticize though is the door frame to the screen door is off-white and everything else is bright white.
And those privacy things where you can't tell if the door is open or not, they're nice and they serve a good purpose, but they actually make the house look kind of dingy. This one's very nice, very calm, very petite, very nice little, flowers and flower beds and everything. So very nice. And again, they have that crazy front door where you can't tell if they're home or not. Their neighbors, a little bit more elaborate, but it's grouped nicely, nice grass. Everything just looks in its place, and it looks like they tried to make it very symmetrical as well. I like that. Stop running into your garage. You won't have somebody down some garage door. So here's one that's okay. It just looks like it could use a little bit of love, like most people's yards this time of year, in all fairness. So we're going to swing around here. If you are selling your house and people are coming to see it on recycling day or trash day, hope you have your stuff nice and tidy, because nobody likes to see it laying all over the place. Let's take a look at these guys. This definitely looks like someone. This tells me that somebody cares about their house. They're taking care of it. They've got it nice looking. Is everything exactly the way I would do it? No, but it works for them. They've got wreaths on the window and up top and everything. Classic black shutters. Very nice. Why don't you bring it back in? Let's talk for a moment. So we, hey, there I am. we get a lot of questions as well, and what I wanted to do starting this week is, oh look, here's one of our signs. Let's see who's in here. Shout out to Mike Kianowitz, who's got a listing in this neighborhood, the neighborhood that is going to go unnamed, but Cummings & Company representing. So basically, we do get a lot of questions. A lot of people are asking us things about buying a house, stuff like that. Currently, some of the questions that we've been getting quite a bit of is, what do I need to buy a house? How much do I need? I've got my overachievers that I just spoke with a young lady the other day. She wants to save $1,500 a month for the next 12 months. That's awesome. That is totally everything that you're ever going to need. But if it makes you wait a year to buy a house, then it might be a little bit overkill. And then I've got people that I speak with, and they have less than $1,000 to their name. Yep, you're going to need more than that as well. So how much realistically do you need? Well, of course, it depends on how you're buying. If you're a veteran, congratulations and thank you for your service. You can get by with zero money down. If you're buying in the middle of the country and it happens to be USDA eligible, if you're not sure if a property would be USDA eligible, then Google USDA eligibility and it'll pull you up to a map where you can type in the map. That can qualify for a 0% down payment as well. But for the rest of us that are buying in a city and we have not served in the military or not, oops, this is a dead end. Isn't this interesting? I should pay attention to where I'm driving. The rest of us are going to get either a conventional loan or an FHA loan. And with one of those, the minimum you're going to put down is usually like 3 to 5%. So there are grants available for you. There are loan assistance programs available, usually in the amount of $5,000 to $7,000. So if you're buying, let's say, a $200,000 house, the minimum down payment would be about $7,000 for that. You can oftentimes get down payment assistance for that. We can still get you a lot of times closing cost help from the sellers. So a lot of this is very complicated. If you're not math oriented, I've probably already lost you. But to suffice to say, if you have between $2,000 to $5,000, chances are you would be able to buy your first home. Of course, the details differ for every single person. We'd have to go over it with you individually. But the only way you're going to know is to give us a call and let us help you figure it out. So if you're looking for the ultimate present for your family this 2008 Christmas season, then a home would be it. We're not going to get you in by Christmas. Can't do that. But we can get the process started so in 2019 you stop paying somebody else's rent and you start making great financial decisions for yourself. So thank you guys for all those questions. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, Kim will be back. And Jennifer, my colorful commentary person, will be back behind the scenes managing everything. Special thanks to her for lending her arm today to hold this the entire time since I forgot the selfie stick. Everybody have a very blessed Christmas. Lots of love to you, and we will see you soon.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.